Thank you, Wendell. Good evening, viewers, and welcome to tonight's regional news. We begin in Antigua. Foreign Affairs Minister Chet Green has put Barbados on notice that Antigua and Barbuda will get CARICOM involved if Barbados fails to amend its COVID risk rating for the Twin Island nation. Green shared his frustration on Tuesday as he questioned the stance taken by Barbados, which 2 weeks ago ranked Antigua and Barbuda as a high-risk country, forcing citizens to quarantine for 14 days upon entry. The status has now been lowered to medium risk, but the minister is demanding it be further relaxed. Green said the ranking is unacceptable based on the country's current COVID-19 figures. He stated further that he wants clarification on the standards used by Barbadian health authorities to classify the islands. He reiterated the call for the country to be declared low risk. It is not doing any justice to Antigua and Barbuda. Moving over to the twin island of Trinidad and Tobago. A 52-year-old man has been charged with the rape of his 14-year-old daughter. The suspect was held last Friday by an officer of the Port of Spain Child Protection Unit, CPU. He was charged on Tuesday following investigations by police. The incident allegedly took place on November 5. Part of it was captured on CCTV footage. A security supervisor found the man on the job site with his daughter. The supervisor told police she informed the man he was not authorized to have anyone else in the compound, and both the man and the girl left. The supervisor later reported the incident to a director of the security company who investigated further. CCTV footage showed the man raping his daughter in a security booth, police said. The man, who is a security guard, was called to the company's head office after police were contacted and informed of the report. Upon his arrival at the office, a security personnel attached to the company attempted to arrest the man. A struggle ensued during which the man sustained injuries, police said. Eventually, the man was subdued and CPU officers arrived at the scene and took him to the hospital. The officer continued investigations where she learned that the victim was being abused since November 2019. Her father was charged with 5 counts of sexual penetration of a minor. And finally, in Brazil. Brazil's health regulator has announced that the trial of the Chinese coronavirus vaccine can resume. Anvisa suspended Brazil's trial of the vaccine on Tuesday, citing and I quote, severe adverse incident, end of quote, reported to be the death of a volunteer. The head of the institute conducting the trial said the death had no connection to the vaccine. In a statement on Wednesday, Anvisa said it now had, and I quote, sufficient information to allow vaccination to resume, end of quote. President Jair Bolsonaro earlier declared the suspension and I quote, victory, end of quote. He has long criticized the vaccine because of its Chinese links and said it would not be purchased by his country. He has also engaged in a political fight with the governor of Sao Paulo, João Doria, who has publicly backed the trial. Mr. Bolsonaro has not yet commented on Anvisa's announcement that the trial can resume. The vaccine developed by the Chinese firm Sinovac Biotech is one of several in final stage testing globally. Sinovac says it is, and I quote, confident in the safety of the vaccine, end of quote. Brazil has been one of the countries worst affected by the coronavirus, recording more than 5.6 million confirmed cases, the 3rd highest tally in the world after the US and India, and nearly 163,000 deaths. And that is all for your regional news. Thank you so much for joining. Back to you, Wendell.